They treat me like a superstar. I'm looking like a superstar. Yeah. Feeling like a superstar.
I play the right, I'm taking flight, and now they treat me like a superstar. I work so hard to get this far, that's why I'm feeling like a superstar. Don't have to look up to the sky to see I'm fly, yeah, I'm a superstar. I play the right, I'm taking flight, and now they treat me like a superstar. Don't go nowhere, but I'm not gon' fly, this is no lie. Shit out the niggas, you seen it before, I could see it before I start fire. He seekers before this ether. I was just confident, music was promising, obviously hit to the speakers. I never stop going and never slow down, I only switch gears up on them. If you hate me back then and love me right now, you must understand that I'm chosen. Superstar moment, even when chillin' with stars, I'm super. Let me extend it for all you doulas. There ain't another one like me, no copy, no one.
Welcome to League MVP. I'm Bryant Austin. Today we're answering questions from Instagram. Before you come in here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video like crazy so we can all grow together. Let's get into this.
First question, what should I do if I want to play in A1? I know working hard is the main point, but is there any more?
Okay, so we covered this question in our last video, Ask BA. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. What can you do to play at the top level in your area, wherever you are? This is not just about, playing in Hong Kong or being a professional, every level, other than working hard and developing your skills. Players have to remember that there's a political side to basketball as well. So teams are also looking for players based on relationships, based on finances, which means they have a salary cap, how much money can they spend, based on popularity, and many other reasons why they select players. So after you get your skill development and you have a great work ethic, you have to understand that side of basketball, that there is a political side. And this is how you can get an advantage of mastering, getting information on the team that you want to become a member of. And the one thing that you can do is control yourself. You can only control yourself. Make sure you have a high character, and that when it comes to selecting players, you're high up on the list. So making sure you have integrity and all of these characteristics that make up somebody that a team would want to spend their money or just give an opportunity to, because many people want these spots. So when a team comes and they are selecting players, they have to fill a roster of about 12 to 15 players that can help their brand or help their school name or help their, the professional team's name. So it's not just about you playing on the court. When I walk off the court, how am I going to boost the brand of the team? It's not just about stars as well. So a lot of times you hear, people being the face of the franchise or the face of the team. Everyone is the face. You got 5 players. These 5 players operate as one, or 15 players. The whole team operates as one organization. And when you leave the court, you have to maintain, this high character that will continue to promote the brand. So make sure you have a high character. And this is one way that you can, boost your chances of making a team. The next thing is making sure that you are available. Availability is the best ability. My father used to tell me that all the time. Hey, Bryant, you need to make sure you are eating properly. You need to make sure you are resting, ice your knees, take care of yourself, your physical health and your mental health. Make sure you're okay, because when the opportunity comes, you have to be ready. People will not care that you were sick or, grandma's in the hospital or whatever, is happening in your life. When the opportunity comes, you have to seize that moment, because you never know if you will get another opportunity. And I had to learn this, and sometimes I had to learn this the hard way, but you have to make sure you're available and take care of yourself. The last thing is responsibility. Make sure you have no excuses, which kind of goes back into the last thing that I just talked about, make sure you have no excuses. When your opportunity comes, it's not about the coach. It's not about the organization. It's about you. What can you do to secure your future? What can you do to secure your spot on the team? You have to force the team to select you, because there are other people who want this job just as bad as you do. Other people who want to make the team just as bad as you do. What can you do to force the coach to put you on the team? Then what can you do to force the coach to keep you on the court? And then what can you do for yourself? And this is all, based around responsibility. And these are three things that you can do to give yourself a better chance of making that top league. Learning the political side, being available, staying ready, and having some, responsibility, personal accountability for, how your future is going to shake out.
Following up on that question, should players going from the amateur level to the pro level get an agent, and how do they get noticed by teams overseas?
Well, there's many ways that you can, get an overseas job, when it comes to getting overseas. Now, it's a little bit different from when I, first started my pro career, but the main things remain the main things, which is exposure. You have to get exposure. My trainer would have me flying all around the U.S., getting exposure. Now players are just throw up a mixtape on a Baller's Life mixtape on YouTube, and boom, you got all these scholarship offers. You got offers to play overseas. It's a little bit different now from before. My trainer would have me flying around, having to go in person to see these people. I would have to go and train in front of NBA scouts. I would have to go and train in front of NBA teams and NBA G League teams and Euro League teams all around, playing games back to back to back, exhausted. So you have to get the exposure. That's number one. And there are many ways to get it. The best way, I think, was the way that I did it, which is in person. There's nothing like in person, because you can send that video to a team and they're ultimately going to say, we want to see this player in person. So if you can get in front of them, that's the best thing, which is kind of my last tip to getting overseas, which is, if you know someone who's already in the country that you want to play in, if you have a friend or someone who's already playing in that country, hey, reach out to them, ask them, hey, can I come over? Do you have any connections, or can I sleep on your couch? Whatever your relationship is with them, try to develop a relationship that can lead you into a job to get right up in front of the people that you want to evaluate you, because they will want to see you anyway. And these are a few different ways of going about it. Now, as far as agents go, yes, if you know an agent, because agents are kind of like the middleman, and a lot of agents have great relationships with organizations, and because they have credibility of signing players. So if you know any agents, or if we're in the information age, so you can go and Google which agents operate in which regions of the world. Maybe you want to have an opportunity to play in, and you just reach out to these guys, email them, and just be aggressive and persistent about it. Email them until they say no. And if they say no, go to the next one or try again later, until you can get a guy or a woman who can help you reach the goals that you have. So I would definitely say making sure that your exposure is high. If you have highlight tapes, throw them out to whoever will take a look at them. Try to get them into the eyes of the organizations. The second thing is try to get in front of the people who will see you. Go over to China. Go over to South America. Go over to Japan, wherever you want to play. I've done this myself. I've gone to countries on vacation and ended up with a basketball job just because I was in front of them. They got to see me, and if you want it to happen, you'll make it happen. All right, guys, it's a wrap. No more questions. But if you have a question, ask me a question right here in the comments or on Instagram at BryantAustin23. I love you guys. I appreciate all the support. Let's keep growing together every day. That's all we got for today. I'm out.